Hi everybody, it's Bill Gilliland here for this week's Action Coach Business Profile, and we're here with Dean Jones from Sign1. Hi Dean.
Morning.
Tell me a little bit about Sign1 and and your history and how you got started with in the sign business.
I'm an old school hand lettering guy. Watched a guy hand letter my dad's race car when I was 8 years old. Fascinated by it. By the time I was 14, I had my own brushes and one-shot paint and started lettering people's race cars that were not lettered well. And so I kind of honed my skills and watched other people's styles. Dave Wagner, a guy from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Jim Studinsky were both very instrumental in me getting interested in doing that kind of thing. I always had a gift for color. It's one of the things that I've always been good at, putting colors together in design, and so kind of polished my skills in layout. And we did a stint working in NASCAR, not really doing that much graphics on an actual team. Was kind of moonlighting with Primetime Designs and while I wasn't working on a NASCAR team, and so we kind of spun off the Sign1 name in 2007, started the company and Primetime Designs full-time in 1995.
What do you specialize in?
We have come to be pretty proficient at doing vehicle wraps, and that's it's very, very trendy, very good use of visuals and impacting people with your business name or your message on a vehicle.
Yeah, so what's the advantage to your customers of actually wrapping their vehicles or wrapping their fleets?
It's the price per impression that is possible doing a vehicle over television, radio, print media, billboards and things like that. It's very, very popular. In 2007, when I spun off the Sign1 name, I thought about whether we wanted to be a wrap company specific, but I felt like Sign1 was a little bit more inclusive. I mean, we do a lot of wall graphics, window graphics, and other signage, indoor and outdoor.
So tell us a little bit more about some of the other products and services that you provide to your customers.
A lot of signage, whether it be just customer installed cut vinyl. We are making a move right now towards a more green focus with an HP latex printer, and we've wrapped some vehicles for the YMCA in town using 3M's Envision film, which is a no PVC film with a focus more on a green, sustainable product for this market in particular, because this seems to be a very sustainable-minded culture around the Asheville area in Western North Carolina.
Yeah, tell us specifically who you serve. Like, what kind of customers do you actually work with?
We love to do fleet work. We do a lot of custom work for your heating and cooling guys, beverage companies around the area. We've gotten where we do boats it seems like pretty frequently here lately. So there's all different kinds of vehicles that we can put film on it. It doesn't have to be a full bore wrap. We do a lot of partials, which a partial is we give great visual impact to fit somebody's budget on a portion of a vehicle.
So what's the coolest wrap that you've ever done?
We just did a vehicle, a Porsche that races in GT4. In Harmony Motors, a local car dealership here, they have a focus on tie-dye. And so we tie-dyed wrapped this whole vehicle for Harmony Motors, for Tom Coleman's the driver of the GT4 car. We're pretty proud of a vehicle we did for Clear Channel Radio with Kiss Country. Had Carrie Underwood, Jason Aldean, Kenny Chesney, those kind of people's images on it. And we had to work really hard to get the resolution, so it was what we consider, that's one of the things that we do really well is that we just don't try to sell on price, we try to sell on the quality.
You have a kind of an interesting history that I know about with NASCAR. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about your NASCAR and your racing career.
My first trait, my dad taught me how to do body and paint work, and we had a body shop in Indiana. He raced out of the body shop. I raced some out of the body shop, and I finally decided, I want to be out of the body shop. And so I went to work for a guy that had a trucking business, and we bought car, and we went ARCA racing and won the ARCA championship in 1981, which was a springboard for me to get to North Carolina. I came to work for Dave Marcus in 1982, on St. Patrick's Day, 1982 actually, and so then did 6 years with Dave, did the pit crew thing, called the races, and did all that kind of stuff, and then moved over to the school bandit team with Leo Jackson in fall of '89, and was there until Harry Gant was the driver, and so I was there until Harry retired out in 1994. And I started the sign business full time. I'd been hand lettering and doing vinyl graphics all in that period of time in the '90s. And so my dad died, and racing wasn't that important to me anymore. So I decided to use my God-given talent to do design and layout and color. And we did, we decided to do signage, mostly vehicle graphics full time. And we also screen print too. We do textile screen printing, and it was fascinating to me how we could put images of race cars and things on T-shirts, and that's another thing that we do. And commercial screen printing as well.
So what else would you like the folks in Western North Carolina to know about Dean and Sign1?
We pride ourselves pretty much on being able to listen to the customer, get their vision, and provide them with very, very unique design. I feel like we're very good at making common sense to the customers, so they get the best visual impact for the dollar.
Perfect. Thanks, Dean.